Hello guys and welcome to today's video and welcome to a quick little Arcana display slash I don't know what to call this, just an Arcana vote video. We're going to be looking at my votes that I've done and the current standings of who's getting an Arcana, etc, etc. And if I burp, I apologise. I've been down a relentless. I've been drinking a relentless for the past 5 minutes or so. But anyway, we're just under halfway, I do believe, in the Arcana, in my opinion, because Group A is on round 3. This is the second round of Group B, and there's 3 more rounds in each. There's 1, 2, 3, and then the final, I guess, final 4, final 2, I guess, 3 or 4 more rounds. But we're going to be looking at my opinions on which heroes I voted for and why I voted for them. And for me, and for people who don't know what an Arcana is, an Arcana is basically a modified set or a skin or a certain cosmetic item for a hero, which I think it follows the law on some heroes, but not all heroes. I was just in the game then, it pooped out because somebody just disconnected. But we're going to be looking at Group A, then obviously Group B, Group C, and Group D, and just be looking at what I voted for, well, who have I voted for, and just my reasons why. And also, yeah, as I mentioned, an Arcana is basically an item that follows the law on some heroes. There was an IO Arcana that was just portable, portal companion cube. Did I say portable? Portal companion cube, which doesn't obviously follow the law, but it's just a cool little thing. But an Arcana is basically an item that just changes how the hero looks and just makes them look insanely awesome. So with my votes, I've been thinking of what hero would have a skin or a set which would make them look out of this world and just insanely awesome. Now that's basically what I've gone on for. I'm not gone with favourite heroes. Some of them I have, but some of them I haven't, and you'll kind of see why. But obviously, some of the rounds, obviously, the Lion has, got a pass. Group A first round, he got a pass because there was nobody against him. First vote, I voted 4 times for Enigma, and he won. So just imagine a space orientated version of Enigma, planets around him and stars and a galaxy, because that's basically what he is. I just imagine that over something that Magnus could have. I don't know what Magnus could have, maybe an armor set, make him look like a Greek god sort of thing, but space and stuff like that, and astrology and galaxies and the universe is so much cooler than Magnus. Enigma wins that vote for me any day of the week. Now, Morphling versus Lycan. I voted Morphling because there's so much you can do with Morphling. He's this water being where you could if for any set you could put on him, so you could change his colour of him. You could have him change colour within each time he upgrades his ultimate, or every time he gets a kill he changes colour. Imagine that. Imagine going from a white Morphling, and then going to a red Morphling after a kill, then an orange Morphling after 2, yellow after 3, and so on, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, all the rainbow, all the colours of the rainbow, and then having a gold Morphling when you're a 10 win, not 10 win streak, but a 10 kill streak, or after 10 kills. Imagine that. There's so much cool shit you can do with Morphling. But then again, Lycan's got 2 forms to him as he changes into a werewolf, which would seem really cool, but Morphling just seems cooler over Lycan, in my opinion, in that way, in that round. Troll Warlord of a Brewmaster. Brewmaster's got his 3 little personality things that he splits into. There's 3 versions of him. But a Troll Warlord looks so cool with an Arcana. Just imagine what you can do with his armor that he's got on. Whereas Brewmaster's just, I just need to see it with Brewmaster. But yeah, I voted 3 times for him because I only had 24 votes in this one, and I got the additional 12 and then another 12, so I'm at 48 now. So he got a pass by, and he basically goes through ordinary by default. Now, Phantom Lancer versus Templar Assassin. Now this was a tough choice. Templar Assassin would go so cool with an Arcana because she's this ninja where you can get a ninja's outfit for her, I guess, and have cool effects and shit on her and cool colours. But in my opinion, I was going for Phantom Lancer because there's multiple of him, and imagine just having an effect where if you've got a certain amount of Phantom Lancers, his effects change, or his colouring changes, or like I mentioned with Morphling, imagine you send out your Q, well, your first ability with Phantom Lancer, and then with 2 of you on the field, your colours go change to a red or a blue, and then when you've got 3 or 4 of you, the more that there is of you, the more of an effect there is. Just imagine. But with Templar Assassin, you get the I forgot what the ability is, but it's a shield. Just imagine how much cool shit you can do with a shield around Templar Assassin. That would be so cool. In my opinion, Excuse me. Respect to Templar Assassin for beating Phantom Lancer here, but excuse me. In my opinion, Phantom Lancer would have a cool Arcana, in my opinion. Faceless Void gets a free pass because he was on his own. Medusa against Underlord. I voted for Medusa. Medusa went through easily right there. Again with Medusa. Again with like Templar Assassin. Medusa's got her mana shield. And like, Medusa's like a Greek, like not Greek god, but like a Greek god. Is a goddess? Is she a goddess? Was Medusa a goddess? I think she was. Or she was like a very bad, like a demon sort of thing, because she turned people to stone. Just imagine like how much cool shit you can go with, put with Medusa from like the Greek times, bringing like something real life to something that's like I think Medusa was a mythical creature, like a goddess or like something that was not made up, but maybe I don't know if they existed, all the Greek gods and stuff, but like maybe Medusa was actually a real thing. Like maybe there was a woman with like snake hair who turned people to stone. Like just think of how cool that shit sounds. And that's actually a hero in Dota. She does turn people to stone with her ultimate, and she's got this cool mana shield, and her split shot's awesome. And I think she's just so fucking cool as Medusa. Like even the Mystic Snake could have like some cool effects as you send it out. Maybe the more people it hits, like that changes colour as well. Like I'm always thinking about colour change effects. Like with Monkey King, every time you upgraded his ultimate, he changed colour. And like the whole like his hairstyle and it was so cool was Monkey King's Arcana. It still is. Imagine just that with like other heroes though. You can imagine colour changes with other heroes. Sounds pretty fucking cool, doesn't it? Phoenix. Phoenix over Warlock any day of the week for me. Now, Warlock would have a cool Arcana because you have him and you have his, like, Warlock Golem, which everybody calls Bob. Now, imagine Bob with the colour changes and the arm, like an armour Arcana and stuff like that, and Warlock with just, like, this huge, like, mage's outfit, kind of like, like an Arcana, like Invoker's, like mage outfit. Imagine that on Warlock, like, imagine Warlock being, like, the best mage in the game. We all know it's Rubik and then Invoker are there, kind of both a similar skill level. But imagine Phoenix, man, like, just, a Phoenix is a mythical creature, and a Phoenix bird is just so cool in my opinion. That's why Phoenix got 3 votes from me, and Phoenix went through again. Wraith King, awesome hero. I would have picked him if he was against somebody, but he went through on a free pass. Queen of Pain easily wins against Shadow Demon. Now, this was kind of biased because Shadow Demon isn't really a good hero to play anyway. He's kind of boring, but maybe an Arcana would push for people to play him more, but Queen of Pain, man, oh my days. Again, just think of how much like shit you can put on Queen of Pain with colour changes and like blink effects and like a dagger effect and just so much cool shit you can do on her. Drow Ranger, free pass again. She would have got my vote anyway. Now I went for Meepo over Tiny here, and I got I've got a big L right here, not a big L, but 41% to 58%. Tiny's about to get a prestige item in the battle pass anyway for 1. So I don't see why we would need an Arcana for Tiny and a prestige item at the same time. We're already getting something for Tiny, which kind of pushed me towards Meepo. And Meepo, as much as I hate playing against Meepo, because everybody who plays Meepo is usually a booster or just some insane like Meepo player in like low skill rank, and they just dominate everybody. And they go like 30-0 within like 10 minutes of the game. But Meepo would have a cool fucking Arcana. Like, there's like multiple of him, like Phantom Lancer. Like, imagine like you get your second Meepo. Boom, like they link together with some cool effects and shit, and you get like a cool colour change. Boom, you get a third one in there, another colour change. Boom, just like the more you have of him, the more like he just becomes cooler, like awesome and awesomer. Pangolier went through on a free pass, and here we go. I went for Darkseer over Razor for kind of obvious reasons. Like Darkseer's got these like he looks cool, like he's got a big beard, he runs quick, he surges people, he's got an iron shell, he's got a vacuum, he's got like this wall replicator like sort of thing, wall of replica. I took a huge L here, 28%. Now yeah, Razor would have a fucking cool Arcana in my opinion. Like just imagine like what you can do with lightning and thunder and like the cloud he floats on, and like how he whips people with like a ball of lightning. He would be so fucking cool. But I think Razor's a bit overrated, and I think Darkseer should have actually got a chance here. Maybe if Darkseer was against someone else, maybe he would have got through there. But looking at the first round, like, I got 1 win right there, but then he lost to Lion in the next one. Jesus Christ, look at that vote, yeah. So basically, I got 1 win there, 2 wins, 3 wins, free pass, a loss, 4 wins, 5, 6... and lost on that one, 6, and lost on that one. So I got 6 of whatever wins were there. So what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9. So I got 6 of the 9 correct there. I got 66%. I'm going to call it 66%. But moving on to the round 2 of Group B, which is just literally just gone the other day. I went for Lion over Enigma, in my opinion. Like, oh my days, Lion. I love playing with Lion. He's the only hero that I've actually looked at the lore more in depth than anybody else, because Lion was so interesting. And I was going to do a lore video on Lion, which I still may work on. If you guys want to see that, let me know. I might do some lore videos on some of these heroes. You can also leave suggestions in the comment section for like heroes you want to see lore on. But Enigma, you had no chance against Lion, in my opinion. So that's one win right there. Boom. Morphling over Troll Warlord. Same reasons why I voted for Morphling the first time. Imagine the colour changes and the cool, like, water effects you can do for him. And, like, just transitions. And, I can't wait for an Arcana or Morphling one day. It'll be so fucking cool. Boom. Temple Assassin over Ursa any day of the week. As you can see, 16, 8, and 4. Look at how much different I voted for these heroes. Boom. Temple Assassin. That's 3 wins, though. Faceless Void, I went for Medusa over Faceless Void for the obvious reasons before. I just don't think Faceless Void will have a cool enough Arcana against Medusa, what I could picture in my head. I took a bit of a huge loss here, 62% to 37%, but props to Faceless Void. Big pull right there, like, for him. Good chance for him to get into the semi-finals and finals later on, because I think he might win over Templar Assassin a little bit, maybe have a bit of a struggle against Templar Assassin, but still, nonetheless, props to Faceless Void. I think his Arcana for like his like what's it called, his Chronosphere would be so fucking cool, I reckon. And maybe when he gets his bash off, like where he double hits you, I think that'd be so cool to like imagine, like with an Arcane, like imagine the effects he could do with that. Because he's kind of similar to Enigma with like space and time. Like Enigma's space, Faceless Void is time. And then you got like, I guess Bane's kind of in there, like, you know, purpley, they can't see, like, you know what I mean, like spacey sort of things, but I don't think Bane's in there really. He's more like reality, I guess, because he can like control nightmares and dreams, and that's kind of like sleep and like reality sort of things. So there's like reality, time, and space all involved in there. But props to him for getting over that. Phoenix over Viper, Viper over Phoenix. Phoenix over Viper, I was getting it right the first time. I chose Phoenix, took another W right there because, as I mentioned earlier, like Phoenix is a fucking bird, like a mythical bird, a mythical creature, and I would choose that over anybody, like any time, any day of the week. But Viper, you could imagine Viper with a cool fucking Arcana, couldn't you? And I know I keep dropping the F-bomb, but I'm just so excited for this like event right happening. I absolutely love the Battle Pass every time it comes out. The Arcana vote is like, that's what draws me in. And also the player card openings and like the teams and the competitiveness and the esports like behind the whole thing. I love that as well, but like the Arcana vote is so cool in my opinion. Moving on, I voted for Wraith King over Queen of Pain this time round, and I got a W right here. Kind of, you know, 50-50, it was 51% to 48%, but Wraith King, like, just, like, he glow, like, heroes, like, with glow effects, like Wraith King, like, he's got his green glow, and he's got this giant sword, and he spawns skeletons in, and he's got a reincarnation, which you could set an Arcana on, and, like, effects on as well. You always got to think about what, like, effects can you change, or modify, or make better, or improve, or, like, put on them. Like, he's got his spawn skeletons. You can have skeletons, like, with godforsaken armor, like, you know, swords in the hands, and, like, Buster Swords and, like, Cloud from, like, FF7 or something like that, and give him, like, flipping, like, a 20, like, I don't know, like, a 15-inch sword in his hand, like, a dual wield. You could dual wield him with swords or something like that, which would be so fucking cool. And then his gravestone he comes out of, you could just make that so insanely cool with an Arcana. Have it, like, not like a gravestone, like a tombstone, like Undyne's tombstone. And have, like, fireworks coming back out because he's about to resurrect and come back from the dead. And, like, his stun, you could have that as anything, like a bigger skull, like, just so many things you can think of in this video, like, Dry Ranger over Tiny, in my opinion. Yes, Tiny's getting a prestige item, and thank God he lost. 73%, that's a huge L for Tiny, but a huge W for me because I picked Dry Ranger. With the new rework of Dry Ranger's model, I think she would go so well with an Arcana, in my opinion. Like, imagine, like she's got frost arrows. That already changed the arrows, like, image. So you've got 3 versions of her arrows already. Normal arrows, frost arrows, and then when her ult procs. Like, just imagine how, like, you could change them 3 with more effects with an Arcana. And she's, like, this huge, like, huntress, like, bow and arrow. Is it a bow woman? Bowman? She's got a bow and arrow anyway. You could change it so, like, fucking much. Like, she's got this, like, whole blue effect on her as well. Imagine, like, another version where it's, like, I don't know, like red, like an evil, like Drow Ranger, kind of like Legion Commander, where she went like kind of evil with her Arcana. Just like imagine like a demon Drow Ranger, like just like looking for blood and just wanting to annihilate everybody with their ultimate. Imagine like flame arrows as their ultimate procs. Like imagine it on fire like a fireball instead of like frost arrows. Imagine fire arrows. Like oh, but it still slows and doesn't set fire like fire stackable damage like Huskar. But you could also set like I don't know. There's so much stuff you can do with it. Like a gust, you could have like snow, like an avalanche, like snowstorm coming out of her arrows. Just imagine that. Like it already is, but it's more like a gust, like a bit of wind. But yeah, there's so much stuff you can do with Drow Ranger as well. I went with Razor this time over Pangolier, and Pangolier actually won. I took a huge L right there. But you see, I took Darkseer over Razor, and I thought, you know, Razor would have a good Call Arcana. They voted for Razor in the first round, but second round nobody did. Well, 1.1 million people did, but 900,000 more voted for Pangolier now. Pangolier would have a Call Arcana, like, just think of how much effects you can have. Like, you've got his ultimate where he spins in a ball, like Sonic. You could have, like, a blue version of Pangolier for, like, to, like, advertise for the Sonic film that's coming out soon. Maybe they should do that. Maybe they should, like, you know, have a little joint advertisement thing, like Fortnite did with John Wick. They made a John Wick character first time round. Then they did it a second time round again. They've actually done 2 advertisements for, well, like, sort of, like, collaborations. Maybe it's time for Dota to collaborate and do advertisements for, you know, films out there like Sonic with Pangolier, and maybe some other films in the future if they want to do that. That's a good way for Dota 2 to get some exposure, and the film to get some exposure, and to get a collaboration for us, the people who play this game, to get more sets and more skins, and to really enjoy this game for what it really should be, because there's so much stuff you can do for this game. But yeah, the reason I wait for Razor is just like I said earlier, like his effects he has, like with his like he's whipping with a flipping bolt of lightning, for goodness sake, and so on and so on. Moving on. We're on Group B right here. Group B, you'll see my current votes as well right here. As you can see, Bounty Hunter got 3 through the free pass. We've got this one in a minute. Right, you got through 3. Nyx Assassin, boom. That's a W right there, 3/0. Nyx Assassin again. He's got armor. Although Timbersaw has got his own armor as well. Like he's got like so many good sets already as Timbersaw. And in my opinion, I've not found a Nyx Assassin set that I really like. So maybe like an Arcana will push me to actually get that Arcana and have like a really good set for Nyx Assassin. Although it's not really a hero I play, neither of them are. But Nyx Assassin, like he's an assassin. He's got so much lore behind him as well. Like he's not like his first name Nyx isn't actually his name. That's more of his title, because Nyx is actually seen as like a tier of god. Like there's a god like called Nyx, and he's like a sub tier of that like god, like what's it called, category. Nyx Assassin is like in the god tier of Nyxes. Like there's more Nyxes in this, like in the lore. He's based in Lion's Law. That's why I know a little bit about that. I may not be correct entirely 100%, but if I'm right, that's like a what's it called? What's it called now? Is it like a what's the word? Like an alliance sort of thing is Nyx. Like it's a group of people is Nyx, not like it's not his first name or anything. He's in a group with like a group called Nyx. But moving on, Bloodseeker over Elatine any day of the week. Like 3 votes to 0. Like there, 3 million people voted for that. Huge L for Elatitan. Now Elatine would be cool with an Arcana, yeah. Like you could change his effects of his like abilities and like the images and like the glowiness of that little like vision thing he sends out to actually stun and collect damage for him. That would be so cool to like change. But Bloodseeker, you could change his Rupture to like be in a much cooler effect. You could change his like his whole outfit like to be like, you know, more of a Bloodseeker. Like he looks kind of pure. Like he looks pretty cool already. But imagine that times 10. Like his skin already times 10. Be insane. Moving on, Alchemist over Batrider any day of the week. Huge L for Batrider. Look at that. 2.5 million more votes, 86%. Excuse me. Now, Alchemist. Pretty self-explanatory. He's like a goblin with a flipping, like, a little elf thing on his back. Like, there's 2 of him. Just like I mean, yeah, Batrider's him and a bat as well. Like, but, like, Alchemy is, like, so fucking cool. If you've seen Full Metal Alchemist, you would know how cool, like, Alchemy is kind of to an extent. Obviously, it's just an anime. It's not really, it doesn't really focus on what alchemy truly is. Like, yeah, it does kind of, but, you know, like, Alchemist is an alchemist, like, I don't know, this is a game that's an anime, I think they both do it differently. Like, just imagine, though, like, the effects you can change on him, like, you know, his goo spray, like, thing, is, like, what's called that he puts on the floor, I cannot remember the name of it, like, his stun, his ultimate, where he changes, like, purple and, like, evil, but imagine, like, red, and, like, truly evil, like a demon, like, that would be so cool, like, Demon Alchemist. That'd be so cool. And then, like, imagine changing his Grievous Greed effect, like, I don't know, like, like fireworks every time he kills something to, like, fireworks of money, like, or like $100 bills, like, oh, flying out and stuff like that. Instead of coins, it's actual like notes. But anyway, moving on. Ogre Magi got a free pass. Weaver. Now I went for Night Stalker over Weaver here. Although I think I voted for Weaver this time round though. Over Ogre Magi, I do believe. As you see, yeah, I voted 6 times. Night Stalker is. I'm going to show you my Night Stalker set right now. Like, this isn't even an Arcana. This is a set I've got for Night Stalker right now. Look at that. Wait for it to load. Look at how cool and awesome that looks. Just look at that. That's not even an Arcana. I don't even think that's an Immortal. What even is that right now? Doesn't even say, does it? Let's have a look. So it's a Mythical. Mythical. That's not even an Immortal. Like, an Immortal would be like 5 times better than that, and an Arcana would be 10 times better than that. Like, is this a myth? This is an Immortal right here. That's an Immortal. That looks cool, but that looks even cooler than that. The wings look cool though, but like his chest is open. Like, this got a flipping gem in the middle of his chest. Like, look at that. The modifiers, ambient effects. Like, he has changes on that. Like, what does this have? This is actually from, wow, 2015. So, does this change anything on him? It changes animation, portrait, ambient effects, custom effects, and the sound. Like, an Arcana would be 10 times better than that, and that goes for 600 quid. Imagine that, but 50 times better. That's in a Mythical. That's better in my opinion. That's the best set I've seen for Nyx Assassin now. Imagine that, but like 10 times better. Yeah, Weaver would have a cool Arcana because like he's got cool effects and like he's got some cool glows, and I think he would be cool with an Arcana. But in my opinion, Night Stalker should have taken that. But moving on, I should really fly through these and just like do a little brief description. This is supposed to be a quick little video, but still, Grimstroke. I voted for Grimstroke. Grimstroke went through. Enchantress. They both would have cool Arcanas, but like Grimstroke's abilities just like outmatch Enchantress's for like, you know, aesthetics and looks. Although Enchantress's abilities are better for in-game, but this is all about cosmetics and like how cool a hero would look. Grimstroke, easy peasy. Shadow Shaman went through on a free. I picked Undying over Disruptor. Need I say more? He just looks cooler. Dazzle over Broodmother because I don't think Broodmother would have a cool Arcana, even though she's got little broodlings which would like probably change as well, which would look cool. But Dazzle with his like effects, like he's got, you know, his thing that heals, that would like look so cool if they could change that. Maybe have like a cool like glow effect and have like red pluses like for healing, like that's the universal like term for healing, a red plus. Like, imagine seeing like loads of that glowing around when you're healing somebody. That ability where he saves himself or anybody from dying and keeps them on like, you know, the lowest HP possible. Imagine that, but really like just 10 times better. And in my opinion, Dazzle hasn't got really enough sets that are cool. Gyrocopter over Tinker in this one, in my opinion. Although I do rate Tinker if he got an Arcana, because they're both pretty cool. Like, this was such an even matchup in my opinion. It shouldn't have been 68% to 32. It should have been a lot closer, I reckon. But I'm just looking like Gyrocopter's got like, he's got missiles, he's got like a call down, he's got a little side ship, he's got, you know, rocket barrages, he's got like a machine gun. He's in a freaking like not steampunk aeroplane, but like a wooden aeroplane for goodness sake. Whereas Tinker's like a futuristic robot, and I kind of get that, how that could be cool as well. Like, he's got missiles as well, he's got a laser, he's got rearm, which would be pretty cool. Like, he spins around with that. Imagine an Arcana version where it's like he locks down and does like a robot thing or something like that. I don't know, but props to him for that. Neko went through on a free. Tusk over Clockwork, I got the W right there. Easy peasy choice. Because like Tusk, if you've seen there's I can't remember his YouTuber name, but it's the Dota 2 reporter. He did a very cool scene with Tusk, and like the voicing and like the little bit of lore he put in there as well, which is so cool. Like he's looking for the best battle in the world. Like, he's a true warrior, and he's in it for the grind. He's like a proper warrior at heart, and he wants to just try his best and do his best and just show no mercy. And in my opinion, Clockwork, yeah, we've already got like a robot Tinker over here. Now, Tinker went through, so it's good that one of them went through instead of like the Clockwork, in my opinion. Tinker over Clockwork any day. Moving on, though, Nature's Prophet got through on a free. My opinion, Jakiro. Jakiro's like a mythical beast, like, he's a dragon with... He's a two-headed dragon, for goodness sake. Like, imagine like a two-headed dragon with an Arcana. Come on. It was close, though. 50.7 to 49.3%. Like, imagine that. 1.4% in between. Like, that is so fucking close. Like, so bloody close. Well, it's technically 7% difference in it, really, because, like, if you give the other one 7% and take away 7% to the other one, then it's even, but it's 1.4% difference. But Outworld Devour, like, he would be, like, cool with an Arcana, because he's got, like, his Q where he, like, sends out a bolt of just, well, a ball, sorry, like, intelligence, or just pure damage, like magical, like this ball, like would be so cool with an Arcana. Like if you change the effects of that, it'd be so bloody cool. Like moving on anyway. Group C up here right now, so we've got a few like my favourites that I've gone through on a free pass here, like Invoker, Slark, Wind Ranger's pretty cool, Kunker's pretty cool, Ember Spirit's pretty cool, like Lifesteal at me. But I think I've took W's in all of these in my opinion. Like Dragonite, he's a dragon for goodness sake. He changes forms. His dragon changes forms. He's even got a fourth form now from his Arcana for his dragon. Like imagine like an Arcana like changes that. Like, imagine him with, like, glowing armor. Like, I'll even show you my Dragonite that I've got right now. Because this is pretty cool. Why the hell does it Dragon appear for that? Okay. Look at this that I've got for Dragonite. Imagine this, but 50 times better. Look at that. That is just one of my sets that I've got. Now, the other one is that. Now, that looks cool as well. Imagine them combining and being 50 times better than that. Like, this is another set for him. Imagine that, but, like, glowing even more and, like, just more insane. Like, that's the one I've already got. That's the one I've already got. That's pretty cool as well. Like, just, he's got cool sets already. But imagine that even, like, 10 times better. 10 times better. 20 times. 30 times. Arcana's always add value to the players. Like, wow, okay. Before I finish that sentence, like, an Arcana adds to a hero's skill, like, not skills. Heroes, like, aesthetics and, like, looks. Now look at this. I voted for Storm Spirit. That was easily going to win because nobody likes Lone Druid. He's cool and all. He's got like 2 forms and a bear, which would be so fucking cool with an Arcana. But Storm Spirit, like, it's all about the glows of the heroes and like the abilities they've got. Like, he puts down an illusion of him which explodes. Now imagine that, but like even like just cooling, like glowing even cooler. With like, there's a lot of heroes in this game that have all got like blue imagery, like Weaver. Even Outworld Devourer and like Drow Ranger, like imagine all these blues, but like red, like evil and demonic and just pure awesomeness. Like the red, like the Dire side is all red. Imagine like them Arcanas on the Dire team, which fits like the team name of the Dire. Like, and then imagine like a light version on the Radiant side. Like an Arcana, they should have 2 versions of Arcanas, a Radiant version and a Dire version. Like imagine like obviously there's the hero Omni Knight. Like, he's light, he, like, fights for good, he's an Omni Knight, he's, like, you know, passively, like, a cool guy, like, he just wants to heal his teammates and help his team win, instead of wanting to just destroy the other team, he helps his team to survive. Like, imagine a Dire version of him where he wants to just destroy the enemy, and he's, like, all evil looking and demonic and, like, red, instead of, like, all this lightness, he's got black colours and red colours. That's what I imagine for, like, some of these heroes, like, Storm Spirit's got all these red effects. Now imagine him, no, blue effects. Imagine him with like all red and like demonic and just so much cooler. Like imagine when he drags the somebody towards him with that like little electric like pulling. Imagine like that, but encases him in like a red glow, and it's just pulling them in. And he does like this demonic laugh where he just like ha 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 and pulls them towards him. Imagine how cool that sounds. Imagine that for an Arcana. I mean, mainly the Arcanas are supposed to like focus on the lore of the hero, which I haven't looked at with Storm Spirit, so I may like, you know, my opinions may be all over the place here, but I'm just going off the top of my head with imagery and how they should look and not how they should like make them, you know, better as a hero to play, but how they, you know, should be look. I can't talk properly right now. How they should be looked at when you're playing the heroes. It's not always about how they play, it's about what they look like with Arcanas. Again, Spirit Breaker over Arc Ward in this one. Spirit Breaker, what, like, he's a raging bull who chases people down, enters into another dimension, exits it and just hits you from like another side. Like, he's all blue and stuff, but he's like a raging bull. Imagine him with like red effects on him. Imagine him like if you look at my hero I've got for him. Let's have a look at mine. I've got like this weird thing for him, not a set, but like, where is he? Here he is. Like, I've got this Flail of the Fractured Citadel. But I've also got this as well, Savage Metal. Like, look at the colours of this. It's all red and, like, evil looking, like, you know, not just blue. Like, he's glowing blue, that's glowing red. Imagine, like, glowing black and red, like, for the Dire side. And he's more evil looking. Like, all his abilities in here are, like, all red and, like, you know, bad looking. Like, blue's supposed to be the colour of good and red is supposed to be the colour of bad. But, like, when you look at him, you think, like, he's a badass. He should be dominating people, chasing them down. He just wants to just destroy his team. He's like a bull. Like, if you look at bulls hit the colour red. And as I say, red is like, you know, the colour of evil, but he just wants to like take that down and just charge at that colour. He wants to charge at people. But like, I think he's like, he looks too calm to be someone who wants to charge for people. That's why I voted for him, in my opinion. Like, he should have a cool Arcana. Slack, moving on. Slack, free pass, he went through. I would have voted for him anyway, regardless. I went for Puck over Tidehunter again. I'm just going to go through these with the same reasons. Puck, he's got like a magic orb that flies out. He's got glows that are blue, and he sends out like this like effect where he just like, kind of like the Dust of Reveal, not Dust of Reveal. The item where it reveals Invis heroes, right, like glitters everywhere. He's got an ability like that. Like, imagine that with a cool effect like that changes like throughout the game, or you know, like imagine what you could do with him. He's like a dragonfly, like dragon like mythical creature thing. Whereas Tidehunter's just basically a giant turtle with a shell in his back. But props to him, I think he might have a cool Arcana like with his ultimate. Like, if they change his effect of his ultimate and make that even cooler, then props to Steam for doing that. But in my opinion, Puck, he's another blue hero as well, like, yeah. Now, this is the only time I've gone ahead with a different hero than the blue hero, like Leshrac. Now, Leshrac's got all these abilities where it's like, you know, lightning zaps and like the spiked thing from the ground. I can never remember ability names off the top of my head because I don't really play these heroes enough. But in my opinion, Venomancer, like look at my Venomancer that I've got. I've got a cool looking Venomancer in my opinion. Like, this is the set I've got for Venomancer. Like, he's this cool like little like demon thing. Like, I even put everything on him really. Like, look at this. Oh, I should have really played that more. Like, there's this cool looking demon thing. Like, look at the plague wards I've got for him as well. Like, imagine this, but with an Arcana where it's like glowing and looks at his like lore and changes him. Like, his face looks like the Predator from Alien vs Predator, or from the Predator films. Imagine if they did like a collaboration with Predator and made Venomancer like a Predator outfit, like with his like Predator's face and stuff like that. Like, if I take this head thing off, you will see like his head, like, he's kind of like a whole, like, it's one thing, but like his jaw goes 2 different ways. Like, with Predator it goes 4 different ways. Like, if you match the bottom like topwards as well, his face would be so much cooler. Like, look at that, man. He's got like this helmet thing on, but it's like a part of him as well. I think he would have a cool Arcana in my opinion. Like, with his abilities as well, like, oh, just, if you just basically think of Monkey King's Arcana with colour changes and the effect change, like his hairstyle and stuff like that, that's basically what I'm going off of for Arcanas and stuff like that. But yeah, moving on, Wind Ranger, free pass. I went for Winter Wervine, blue again, over Dark Willow. Like, Dark Willow, meh. I don't think Dark Willow's cool enough, but she went through, so maybe she can be cool in the future with an Arcana. But in my opinion, Winter Wervine should have gone through there. Like, Winter Wyvern, Wervine, Wyvern. He's a dragon. Dragons all the way. This is a little pixie, like elf pixie thing. No, just no. Winter Wyvern should have made it over Dark Willow in my opinion. Sladar over Chen. Chen, meh. He's just not a very appealing hero to play. Whereas Sladar has this like fish thing. Like, he's like a little mythical creature again. Like, he's this... I don't know how to explain him. He's just like a fish that fights like and bashes people and sprints really quick. And oh, he's so cool, this Sladar in my opinion. Sansa over Omni-Knight again. Omni-Knight would be cool with a dark side to him because he's more of he's obviously a light, you know, like a light-sided hero, like I mentioned earlier. He wants to help his team. He's not really an angry or a vile or a vicious person. He doesn't go out to slay people. He goes out to just help his team, help the people he's fighting with. Like, he's more bothered about his friends than his foes, whereas a lot more heroes are more bothered about their foes than the friends, basically. But in my opinion, Sansa, like, he's heavily intelligence based, and intelligence are like cool mages, and he's like a mix between a warrior, a mage, and like a ninja sort of like thing. Like, he's so cool. Like, he can hide in the trees and come out and just like bang bang bang, pure damage intelligence, like mage warrior, yeah. Like, he's got his cool armor set like Dragon Knight sort of, but he's got like a ranged ability. Like, he's sending out like enchanted like glaives. Like, I know is it glaives? Has he got glaives? Is that what he's got? Is it glaives of wisdom he's got, right? Surely, yeah? Glaives of wisdom. So he enchants his glaives. Like, his weapon is a glaive. I've actually got this for him. Wow, I didn't even know. What is that, though? That's pretty cool, not gonna lie. But here's his weapon. As you see, you can actually change his weapon. Look at that. That's an immortal, and that's already fucking cool. That is so... I might even buy that right now in a minute, because that is so awesome. I might even play with that in a minute after this video is done. But, like, imagine that, but, like, an Arcana version of Immortal. That's an Immortal. An Arcana version is like 50 times better than an Immortal. 100 times better than Mythicals sometimes. But yeah, I'm so glad Silence went through there. But still, moving on. Kunkka went through on a free pass. Luna over Abaddon. Easily Luna, because she's got some cool effects. I'm not even going to go into detail about that. But moving on, Emma Spirit. You should have gone through. I went in for Bane over Doom on this one. I took a huge L right here. And you can clearly see why, because Doom's got like cool like glows. He steals abilities from like, you know, from other creeps, which is like so cool. You could change like how he works with all them abilities, and like his Doom effect itself with the little like Doom circle on the floor under the player's like, you know, model. Like he's let's just look at him real quickly. Like, just think of how much like aesthetics and how much you could change his hero. Like, I've even got a head for him. I didn't even know I had stuff for him. But this is what he normally looks like. He's got 2 giant horns. Now, on this one, he's got 1 horn and 2 to the left and right, which is so bloody cool. And then you've got these arm things for him. What have I got for him? Okay, now looking at that. Oh, my days, that's so cool. That's an Immortal. I didn't even know I had the Immortal of that. But look how much that glows. Like, it's got a mouth on the side. Yo, I didn't know this here was so cool. Like, look at this. 80 quid for a Mythical. Jesus Christ, let me just... Oh my lord, that's so cool. Yep, I think he deserves it now for looking at that. But in my opinion, just like think of how much cool, like how cool a Bane Arcana would be. Like I mentioned earlier with Faceless Void and Enigma, Space, Void with Time, Bane with Reality. Like he like puts people to sleep. He drags people down like through like nearly like through a vortex, with, like arms coming out to like cause nightmares to another hero. Doom dooms them, but Bane causes nightmares. Like, that's so insane. Moving on to the very last group, though, which is Group D. Sniper, my boy, going through on an automatic through there. He's going to get voted for so many times over Clinks, in my opinion. But I did vote for Clinks to go against Oracle, and Clinks went through. I took a huge W right there. Pretty obvious reason. Oracle is cool and all, but, like, Clinks, he's like a skeleton on fire. Enough said. Skeleton on fire. Scarith Mage, I love playing Scarith Mage. I hate playing against him, but that's just how things go. Beastmaster, like, my friend Ethan, who will be featured on this channel, I usually play Dota with him a lot. Shout out to you, probably watching this. Yeah, skeet. I don't know why I'm saying that, but yeet. He even mentioned earlier, like, Beastmaster's so weird. You're the master of beasts, and you choose to be a master of a hawk and then, like, a hog, or whatever it is. Like, you could have chosen any cooler animal to be a beast or a master over or control over, and you choose the worst like beast to take control over. Get out of here. Scarith Mage, he's just a whole he's a magic hero. Like, he's got cool ass abilities. He flies around with cool wings. He carries a staff. He's kind of reminds me of what's that film now with Brian Blessed? Oh, this is gonna annoy me. The film with Brian Blessed where they're flying around. Is it Flash? Flash Gordon. I remember it. Like, them winged angel things that fly around. He reminds me of one of them. They should do a Brian Blessed version of Scarith Mage. Imagine that for an Arcana. They get him in, do the voice acting for Scarith Mage, and do just like a whole, just put a whole spin of flip onto Scarith Mage and do a Brian Blessed version. That'd be so awesome. Sven, I went for Death Prophet, really. Like, the green glows and, like, the abilities she has of the ghosts flying around and, like, how she's floating in the air. That's way cooler than a guy with flipping armor on. Yeah, Sven's cool and all. He's got a sword. His ultimate's pretty cool and changes how he affects, like, he turns into a red, like, demonized, rampaging Sven. But Death Prophet's got glows, like, green glows and ghosts flying out and... Nah, they've made a mistake there. Ricky went through on a free pass. I love Ricky. He's going to get voted for in the next round as well. If it comes between Ricky... Oh, my days. If it comes between Ricky and Sniper here, I'm going to be pissed. It's likely to, though. Like, I wish Ricky was here instead. For then it would be Ricky and Sniper in the finals. That would be so much cooler. Or maybe, like, the semi-finals even, because they can't be in the same group and get through to the finals each, can they, really? Moving on. Lich over Centaur. Warrunner. Like, Centaur, meh. Lich is awesome. Like, look at his abilities. Look at his, look at his skin already and his set already. Enough said. Axe, free pass. Ancient Apparition. Why would you not want an Arcana for a giant fucking tree? Okay, Ancient Apparition's got Ancient in his name. He looks like a mythical creature sort of thing, like Ancient. A giant tree that talks and hides within other trees and oh, nah, you've made a mistake with that. Maz, threw on a free. Fuck it, I don't care about him. Huskar over Sand King any day. Yeah, Sand King's got a cool Sandstorm, and yeah, I didn't want to be too rude, so I voted for Huskar 3 times. Little pun there. You love it. Huskar! Oh my lord, he's so cool. He's like this like shirtless warrior with a helmet with burning spears and leaps from like 50 miles away just to get to you. You could leap away and he'd still be flying through the air behind you. Imagine him with a cool Arcana where he's just looking bossy with like glows and like imagine dual wield spears and he's just throwing them one after one from each hand at you. Or he's like he got his like imagine like a back bling, like it's not back bling, but like imagine something on his back like a you know, like a quiver. I think it's called a quiver where they carry arrows in it. Is that what a quiver is? Like imagine like a little like back carry thing with like his spears in, and he's just reaching behind them and just taking them from his back like thing and just throwing them at you. Or imagine like, oh, I just don't know how to explain it. But like imagine he's carrying two spears, like a spear in his left hand, and then all of a sudden he reaches it with his right hand and splits it into two. And like he just creates two out of nowhere, throws one with his right, goes to his left and splits it again and throws it with his right, splits one with his left and throws it with his right. Just like imagine like having unlimited spears in one hand, just I think it'd be so cool. Or imagine like a General Grievous version of Huskar with 4 arms and each one just throws one at you like from each arm. Like obviously to go with this attack speed, like obviously he'd only like be able to throw 1 per attack speed from each arm. But imagine if you had 4 attacks per second and you were just throwing 1 from each arm, just so insanely quick. That'd be so bloody cool. Moving on to Witch Doctor, need I say more? Witch Doctor's so bloody cool. He's a Witch Doctor. Visage is like, he looks like a dragon, but he's a pussy dragon. Like, he's like, oh look at me, I'm a little dragon. Like, I shoot these things out and I have bars above my head. I need 2 little bird things to fight for me because I can't fight for myself. I'm not some dragon. I'm not some double-headed dragon called Jakiro. I'm not an ice dragon like Winter Wyvern. No, I'm called Visage. Well done, Visage. Pussy dragon. Witch Doctors definitely deserve to go through there. Witch Doctor's so bloody cool. Chaos Knight over Naga Siren. Now, Chaos Knight. Now, this is 2 heroes that both have illusions. Now, if I go back to my point about Phantom Lancer, like the more you have of them, imagine like their abilities and not abilities, like their effects change, like the colouring changes, and like the more you have of you. Imagine that with Naga Siren or Chaos Knight. Now, would you want a little like sea serpent mermaid thing chasing you? No. Would you want to chase people with 3 or 4 like little mermaid things, or would you want 2 or 3 or 4, even whatever his number is, 4 illusions of a Chaos Knight chasing like someone down, and you're basically a knight on a flipping horse, like a fully armored horse. You got horns on your head. You got red glowing eyes. Imagine Arcana of that guy. Imagine like I'm gonna show you guys right now. This is why I'm fucking loving this, because he's gone through. Look at this. Well, this is my set of him as well. I've actually got a set for him. I didn't even know this. Let's have a look at how cool this set is. Look at this guy. He's on a horse with bone armor. Like, yeah, I've got the texturing very low because I want my game to run as smooth as I can. A shield with like a skeleton face on it with glowing eyes and teeth. And a flipping scythe that's glowing. Imagine the arcana of that. Is that a mythical or an immortal? What even is that? If that's like a rare or something, I will laugh. Come on, what is it? Oh, do I have to look at these things, don't I? Oh my days, that's uncommons and commons. That's uncommons and commons with a rare mount. Oh my lord, that's a rare set and it looks so cool. Oh, that's so fucking cool. Wow. So this is the immortal for him. Like, he has a gold glowing shield. Gold glowing shield for an immortal. Imagine Arcana for that. It'd be like platinum and gold. It'd be fucking diamonds in his flipping shield that are glowing. Like, that's a normal immortal. They're both immortals, like, one's red glowing, one's gold glowing. Look at that. No, Chaos Knight deserves to get an Arcana in my opinion, just for the fact that he would be so bloody cool already. Moving on, we've gone with, well, we haven't gone with Animage, she went through on the 3. Vengeful Spirit over Keeper of the Light. Need I say more? Like, Vengeful Spirit's just so bloody cool. She's a spirit of vengeance. Like, she has a vengeance aura. She's one of the spirits, like Storm Spirit, Spirit Breaker, Ember Spirit, Earth Spirit. Is there another one? Is there a Water Spirit? There should be a Water Spirit. That'd be so cool. Oh look, I keep the light. I'm a light keeper. Oh, I'm a vengeance spirit. I'm a spirit of vengeance. I'm here to like Seek vengeance. I'm here to keep light. The obvious pick, vengeful spirit. Easily picked. Miranda went through on a free. Spectre over the Earth Spirit. That's the one I've forgotten. Earth Spirit. Spectre over Earth Spirit any day of the week. Spectre is like, she's like, let's look at it. She's got a description on here. Like, look at her. She's like, just listen to her voice if she speaks. And look at my set I've got for it. She's like this being she's basically a universe in a hero form, kind of like Enigma. She's so fucking cool. Like, look at this. Look at that. Ooh. Look at that I used to have this for her, actually. I think I had a normal one. In fact, do I still have that? Do I still have that, actually? Is it a misc? No, it's a shoulder. I don't have it anymore. I used to have that for her. She's even got a voice. She's going to have a new voice soon. Has she got another voice, I think? Has she got that anywhere? Oh, here we go. Look at this. She's got this. Listen to this. Let's listen to this. She's like this huge fucking being that's come from space to come fight against people that are not even on her level. And she's got the name Spectre. Who would you rather have? Like, who sounds scarier? Earth Spirit or Spectre? Yeah, maybe how you say it. Like, let's say like the other way around. Spectre or Earth Spirit. Spectre still sounds cooler, and that is basically my Arcana vote just before halfway. If you guys want to see another video on this when we're just basically over halfway or near the end, let me know and I will rant about that as well. If you did enjoy this video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out and I'm out. I'll see you guys later. Tally ho.